regarding the situation of a traveller, is it forbidden or optional for a traveller to fast?
Allah says in the Quran, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 185, that if you are ill or on a journey, the prescribed number of days for fasting can be made later on. So this is a concession given. That means if you want to fast, you can fast. If you want to exempt yourself, exempt, but later on you have to make up the period. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here has compared the traveller and kept him or her in the same category as the person who is ill. Because the beloved Prophet ﷺ said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, hadith number 1804, our beloved Prophet said that traveling is a punishment, or when a person goes on a journey, it's like a punishment. That means it's difficult. He has to undergo many hardships. And it is mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, book of fasting, hadith number 1943. There was a Sahaba by the name of Hamza, may Allah be pleased with him, and he used to always fast even on a journey. So he asked the Prophet that should he fast on a journey or not. So the Prophet said, if you wish to fast, you can fast. If you don't want to fast, you don't fast. That means it was optional. If a person wanted to fast, he could fast. If he didn't want, he did not fast. For example, if a person who is used to traveling and he does not find any hardship, and if he fasts, there's no problem, it's good for him. Or if a person feels hardship and doesn't want to fast, then he need not fast. And this you come to know from the hadith of Hazrat Anas, may Allah be pleased with him. He said, it's mentioned in Sahih Bukhari, volume number 3, hadith number 1947, where Hazrat Anas, may Allah be pleased with him, he says that when we used to travel with the Prophet, some of the companions, they fasted. Some of them did not fast. But those who kept the fast did not criticize those who did not keep the fast. And those who did not fast, they did not criticize those who fasted. So basically, it's optional. Those who can take the strain and want to fast, they can. Those who don't want, it's up to them.
Logically, from there, we can deduce that it's an optional
That's right.
fast. But if a person decides to opt to fast whilst travelling, are they in a situation where they get more reward from Allah?
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the previous verse, in Surah Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 184, that those who are ill or on a journey, they can make up their fast later on. Or for a person for whom fasting is difficult, he can either fast or he can give a ransom, feeding of an indigent person. But let them know that fasting is better. So this proves that fasting is better, though they are exempt if they want. There is no sin on them, they can keep it up later on. But it is better. And we find in several hadith, in Sahih Muslim, volume 2, book of fasting, hadith number 2472 and 2473, that the companion is traveled with the Prophet, and some of the companions fasted, some didn't fast, and Prophet goes to a place along with the Sahabas, and he realizes that some of the Sahabas who were fasting, they were finding it difficult to fast. So the Prophet, at the Asr prayer time, he took a goblet of water and he drank. He broke the fast, so that it becomes easier for the other. But from all these hadiths we come to know that the Prophet preferred to fast unless it was difficult. And he broke the fast. Why? Because the other companions, they found it difficult. He did not want to put them in a critical situation, therefore he broke the fast. But from here we come to know that fasting is better if you can. If you cannot, then there's no problem. You may not fast and you can make up the fast later on. Further we come to know that it is preferable to fast. Why? Because if a person delays his fasting, if he's traveling, and God forbid, if his life comes to an end or whatever it is, then that would yet be a thing which is left for him to do, a farais. So if a person can fast while traveling, it's preferable that he fasts. And furthermore, when you're traveling in the month of Ramadan, even the people around you, they fast. So it's easier in that sense. When you come back home and the month of Ramadan is over, and if you individually want to fast when no one else is fasting, it becomes many a times difficult. So that's one of the reasons also, that if you can do it with the hardship and fast while traveling, it's better, and even the sawab is more.
Excellent.